leni benye onile loko. Esiku dede asiku yi. Hello everyone, it's Adironke again. Hope your day is going well. Today I'd like to talk about the Yoruba way of responding to an emphasized call. So there are two words that often apply that you would put after a person's name or theme to call their attention, and the calls may not just be to grab their attention, it may be to hail or praise, it may be for some other reason that I mentioned in the respective video. So if someone is calling me, let's say I'm in the backyard or I'm in my room and the person is in the living room, or I'm outside and they're indoors, they're requesting for my attention, the interjection that goes with that, sort of like the exclamation word that goes with that, as opposed to just standing by the window and saying I don't care, they can say I don't care. Oh is the interjection that goes with that. I don't care. Oh, so it shows that they're calling me, they're emphasizing their call. If they were just calling me, they'll probably just say I don't care with like a, suppose with the tone, you could emphasize with your tone as well. But if they put oh, that's an actual emphasis. I don't care. And then I also mentioned oh as another way of emphasizing the call. I don't care. As opposed to I don't care. There's I don't care. There's I don't care. I don't care. Oh can be used in a more emphatic sense. I strongly believe, and really it is the case, I don't have to strongly believe, oh is a more emphasized exclamation for calls. If you're calling a person, you can say oh, I don't care, I don't care. But if you say I don't care, oh, it's a little bit more emphasized than the former. So the way that you would respond to that call, I don't care, let's say I want to respond, I would say oh, I would practically just repeat the oh, interjection. Oh, is that to respond? It's the same thing with when you emphasize a statement. Mark by deal, that's just a general statement. It's not necessarily a call. You're not calling for anything. You're just emphasizing the statement. Mark by day means don't be late. Don't be late. Mark by or mark by day, let's say the mark by pada, mark by law, whatever the case may be, but mark by essentially is don't be late. The way to emphasize that would be mark by or. So if somebody, the person that you're talking to, wants to acknowledge acknowledge what you stated, they would repeat the O that you put after mark by day. They'll repeat it O, but O is a little bit more because that's an instruction. I suppose O is a little bit more okay, but I don't know if I'm going to be late or not. But let's say it was a greeting, aqua duo, as felicitations on the ongoing festival, whatever the case may be. Could be a birthday, whatever. Felicitations, aqua duo. When you want to acknowledge that or respond to that, or it's a little bit more cheerful. It shows that you're interested. You're interested in the greeting. It may many times even mean that you're returning the greeting as well. Oh, you're sharing that with them. Oh, and then you might offer your own greeting, and they might say, oh, whatever the case may be. So I've talked about the way to emphasize a statement in general and how to acknowledge that. The two ways of emphasizing calls. To acknowledge a call, oh, you can draw it out as well, the way that you would do it, or oh, if you say oh, you're responding normally, but when you say oh, it's like oh yeah, I'm responding, I'll be right there soon, I just have to pick something. I don't care. Oh, mutide, I'm here, I wasn't too far away. Oh, I'm here. But if I'm far away, let's say I'm rushing and I'm saying oh mobile, but I'm responding, I'll be right there. Perhaps the same way that or means that you're a little bit more into it. For emphasize statements, it could when you draw it out many times, especially when you are saying, oh, I'm hurrying, I'm going to respond to you soon. Oh, mobile is supposed to, it's like when you just say, oh, again, everything is always dependent on the tone, the body language, the posture, the I've said posture, I've said body language, the gesture, I've said tone. Everything is always dependent on that. Even if you say, oh, Aderonke, let's say my mom's calling me, Aderonke, and I just say, oh, Mwambi. Okay. Or maybe don't call me, but like, I'm tired. Can I help? Well, what can I help with? But if I say, oh, I'm coming to serve you your meal, I'll be right there. Oh, it shows that, when you draw it out like that, shows that you're a little bit more into it. Like, you'll be right there many times. It shows that. So just so that you see the words, so that the writing aspect would not be left out, explain that when you want to emphasize a statement in general, you say, oh, motide, I've arrived. But motideo, I've arrived. When you just say, oh, it's like, okay, acknowledged, you've arrived. It depending on the tone, you might just be saying, oh, because, you're acknowledging them. You're not particularly excited about it, or maybe you don't care. There are different emotions depending on the tone that you use. You could be saying the exact thing that you want to say by saying oh, but with a specific tone. Oh, motideo. Oh, okay, who cares? When you say oh, kaboko mi o se dada ni bo ni rin, baba re nko, ya re nko, all that. Oh, it shows that you acknowledge that greeting more, that announcement more than when you just say oh. Who cares if you've arrived? Or if you can say oh in a polite way without necessarily showing unnecessary like excitement. If you're not that excited, you don't have to pretend. You can just say oh in a pleasing tone. When you just say oh with like a kind of sharpness, like motideo, oh, with a sharpness, like, okay, who are we fighting? What's the problem? So when you say oh, when you draw it out like that, it shows you acknowledge it more. The same thing applies with calls. When you say Aderonke, let's say you're calling me, or Omiyinka, let's say Omiyinka, and Omiyinka says oh with like a dull tone. Let's say they don't even respond at all, and they just show up where you are, like, and they say Emiri, I'm here. Sort of like, maybe you shouldn't have called me. I really don't care much for this call. Oh, it's very dull. You can say it in a pleasing way as well. Oh, motimbo. Oh, moti. But when you say oh, when you draw it out like that, it's like, I'll be there with you in a second. I just have to do this, but I've heard your call and I've acknowledged it, and I'll be with you in a second. It shows that you are more eager to respond to that call than when you just say oh, or oh is polite. Actually, I said that with a good tone. So Aderonke, oh, Aderonke, and I say oh, Emiri. It's a little bit okay. It's supposed to, you like bikini. And depending on the words that come after too, your body language, whether you're just rolling your eyes, again, your pose, you can be saying the exact same thing with a different body language, and it would mean something else, So, oh, it's okay. And you just say, oh, kini. Then it might be like, maybe you shouldn't have called me. But when you say, oh, mombo wa ba yin o. Ejen sare for boy tan. Mombo wa ba yin pogi. I'll make your pap. I'll make your meal. I just have to wash this dish. Ejen sare. oh, mumbo, oh, when you emphasize it like that, it shows that you're a little bit more interested in responding to that call. You're acknowledging it better. It could even be that you're saying, oh, I'll be there with you in a sec. It could be that perhaps you're not able to answer then, right there and then, but you're acknowledging it, and you're saying that you'd be there as soon as you can. Oh, mumbo, oh, it's like it shows a little bit more interest in response. So yeah, many times the way that you draw words out, draw statements out, your body language, all those, like I've stated, will pass a message to whoever you're talking to. So that's practically it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, just so that you don't have to keep checking. What did she post something? Did she not post something? Turn on your post notifications if you'd like to, and like this video if you like it, and support my channel in the many ways that you're going to see after I'm done talking. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.